Okay, I believe we are live.
We're live. We're live.
Double
So
check on
excited. So excited.
Facebook. Yes. Nope, not there yet. Hold on. It's
I'm doing an
connecting.
interview with Lindsay.
Yes.
You guys saw it. You can either see it on my Facebook or you can see it on my Instagram.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hey.
How you doing?
World. Yes. Oh no, I gotta mute my phone.
You can see it on my Facebook.
Okay. There we go. My name is Lindsay Vertner, and I am so excited today to kick off the First Class Life interview series with Dr. Gloria Mayfield Banks. Welcome. How are you?
I'm so excited. I cannot believe that we're seeing each other like this. I think last time we saw each other was where? Birmingham, we were there. And then we were in DC, and then we were in Boston or New England. We've seen each other all over the place. It's exciting to be with you on your show.
Thank you. It is an honor to have you. Guys, you guys are in for a treat with this interview. Miss Gloria Mayfield Banks is super bad all day long, and I love her to pieces. We've had the opportunity to connect over many events. And You guys, if you don't know her, you need to know her. She is just an awesome international phenomenon. And because I don't want to mess up this title, let me make sure I read it correctly.
Okay.
Elite Executive National Sales Director, right?
Correct. Yes.
With Mary Kay, and she has been #1 out of 3.5 million people since 2016, and she has built this awesome international business, and she is just a joy. So I'm going to stop talking. Again, my name is Lindsay Vertner. If you are new to me, I am a personal development coach, transformational speaker, and #1 best-selling author, and I just introduced Dr. Gloria Mayfield Banks. And without further ado, I'm going to let her share a little bit of her background and where she comes from. And it's off to you.
Oh, Lindsay, thank you so much, because I do want to tell everybody that's listening how phenomenal you are, how phenomenal I felt the first time I heard you, and how excited I am on your passion on what you do and how well you do it, because I think it's really important for us to continue to connect each other with very amazing, super bad, all day long people everywhere we can meet. So congratulations to you, and congratulations for your passion for what you're doing for other people, because I can tell it is a passionate calling that you're fulfilling. Seriously, I'm so excited. I really am excited. This is a very passionate time. It's the new year. It is 2020, and so we are roaring in 2020. Everybody, it's so funny. Everybody has their own name for this decade. 2020 roaring, Vision 2020, Escape 2020, Explore 2020. It's all of it. But the blessing is that it's a new year. It's a new decade. Everything that's behind us is washed away. Everything that we want to create is in front of us. So I've been building an entrepreneurial business for over 31 years. I started Mary Kay with a very small dream in my heart, very small dream in my heart. But it's interesting that 31 years later, that small dream is still very important to a lot of women. So in August 2015, God spoke to me seriously in my heart, and he said, your purpose is to take people from the ordinary to the extraordinary, or to the extraordinary. And so for sure, it's so interesting that that's how I started out. Now, different people would define themselves differently by what is ordinary. So I don't want to get caught up in what ordinary is, because ordinary is different to a whole lot of people. But everybody knows that extraordinary means that you do the and then some, that you have a quantum leap. And that's what my book is all about. My book is all about having a quantum leap. So I specifically am a person who's an expert at motivating other women how to make money. Period. End the conversation. Like, period. Because I do it through leadership and life choices, and therefore they increase their leadership and they increase their life choices. And I'm very passionate about the money women can make because of the choices they can then make, the type of food they eat, the security they have, all of that. So now I'm headed down to Orlando, Florida, to the big leadership with Mary Kay, where I talk to all of North America. And my topic is money.
Money.
So yeah. So in a very short, I was brought up in a household of amazing parents. I'm the third of four girls. My parents were just shy of 62 years married when my dad passed. All four of us are entrepreneurs. I'm dyslexic. They found out when I was in the 7th grade that I was dyslexic. I pushed through and finished high school, went on to Howard University, then went to work for Polaroid for 2 years, then went to Harvard Business School, where a dream was birthed for me to be a very magnificent businesswoman. I went to my girlfriend's house, who lived 2 doors down from me, to a Mary Kay skincare class. 50%. I don't know what everybody else needs to hear. I really don't know what other people need to hear. I don't know. I don't, it boggles my mind still. 50%. When I was on computers, I wasn't making 50%. When I was doing other things, I wasn't making 50%. So there's something about 50%. There's something about I give you $1 and I get to keep $2 back. It's something about 50%.
Right?
6 months, 5 months. 5 months I had my first car. 14 months later, I had a pink Cadillac. I've been driving Cadillacs for over 30 years. And now I teach other women how to make money, period, in conversation. But I want to say this, Lindsay. I want to say this one thing. It's not just about making money. It is the conversation. So I'm glad to be here with you because we have to spread people's courage to talk about making money. We've watered it down. People are talking about this, that, and everybody has their own platform. Everybody has their own platform. Mine is about making money.
Yes.
That's me.
Yes. And that is why you are super bad. Just making your own money, building that multi-million-dollar enterprise that you have, and then not just keeping it for yourself, but sharing it with others and helping other women and their families to be successful. Like that is what it's truly all about. Because when you're selfish and holding it on to yourself, like what can you do with that?
Right. Exactly.
It's all about give and take, and you have done a phenomenal job about that.
Thank you.
So this interview series is about first class life. And you may be thinking, what is a first class life? Well, let me tell you, it's not even about how much money you have, even though we just talked about money. Money is awesome. It really helps you to give in a higher impact way. However, anybody can create a first class life. And how you do that is it's the quality of life that you create for yourself. It's the happiness and gratitude that you're living each and every day. And Miss Gloria lives that all the time. Every time I see her, she is a ball of sunshine, and I love her to pieces. It is about showing up unapologetically and authentically you each and every day. And Miss Gloria exudes that as well. So can you tell the viewers today, how do you create your first class life?
Okay, I love that, Lindsay. I love that you made the point that it's not just about the money you make. It is about the life you create. And I tell people it's the life you create with the money you have, with the money you want, and with the money you give to other people, because you can't give what you don't have.
Right.
So I tell people that I have more joy because I want to give more joy. I have more positive attitude because I want to give more positive attitude. I want to give more encouragement to other people. I want to be a role model. I was thinking about your class today, and I think I might take this to Orlando with me because it was something I wrote out a long time ago. You know how people always say, write out your purpose, write out your purpose. And one of the things that I tell people is I want to give a lot. So if I were to talk about my first class life, the first thing I would tell people is that I put emotional management at the top of my game. Because I was in 10 years of domestic violence, and I had to leave a marriage with 2 small children who were 1 and 2 years old, and they were 13 months apart. And because I knew I was placed on this earth for more, emotional management has become a catalyst for my ability to create a first class life. I am very mindful of what I think. And I teach people, think about what you're thinking about, because it's the mindset. So you can choose to be happy, or you can choose to be discouraged.
Yes.
You can choose to have that no be your lifeline to your success, or you can choose for that no to motivate you to get more no's, to get more yeses. You can choose to say, I don't know, I don't understand, or you can choose to figure it out. There's things that I don't understand, and I don't want to understand. I mean, like, I'm getting ready to do this huge renovation on our home, but I am married to a man who's owned a construction company and has become a multimillionaire in his own right as a construction company. So do I really need to know what's behind the wall? Nope. I just need to know what's in front of the wall. So I don't get all caught up emotionally in what I don't know. However, if I want to double my income, which I'm talking to women about right now, being very intentional about doubling their income in these next 6 months compared to their last 6 months, that I need to know about. I need to know about reports. I need to know about how to read. I need to know about how to talk. I was talking to 2 of my leaders yesterday, and in that, the majority of the conversation, Lindsay, is how do you emotionally manage yourself, and how do you help others emotionally manage? Because what you said was so clear. It's not how much you get, it's how much you teach other people to get, so they can give more.
Yes. And we all have to practice that emotional management, right? Hashtag self-care is not selfish. Put your comments, hashtag it up, hashtag super bad,
Yes, yes.
hashtag money. You need money to give.
Yes.
So you have created this empire and you have helped thousands of women create their own empires. But, you know, sometimes it's not always peaches and cream, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So what are some of the struggles and obstacles that you overcome to create your first class life?
Okay. So I did learn how to navigate through life's circumstances. And I always tell people, if you've known anyone who's been through a divorce situation, her self-esteem is rocked, her self-confidence is rocked, and her financial situation is rocked. And those things, you don't have to go through a divorce to experience those things. Mm-hmm. That just happens to me, my story. I've hit those rocks several ways along my journey to success in my life. So to me, what has been a saving grace is this. Number one, everybody's life has bumps. So when you get hit with a bump, stop saying to yourself, you know, why me? And put all your energy about what you're going to do about the bump. Number two, it's really critical that women understand the power of creating their circle of influence. Who are you staying away from and who are you going towards? And how do you allow other people to pour into you? Like, I have friends who, you know, she doesn't let people talk about other people. You can't go to her and gossip. You can't go to her and talk negative. You can only go to her because what she's going to give back to you is a solution of positivity. So that's all you could bring to her. So that's what I like. When people start talking negative to me, I'm like, that's not my world. That's not my deal. And I won't let that be my distraction. The other thing is, I know what I love and I know what I don't love. I love a clean home. I really love a clean home. So I've worked hard to always have people come into my home to clean it. I don't have to clean it, but I have to make enough money so that someone cleans my home. Now, I don't know how to decorate. My husband's a great decorator, but I am not. So I'm bringing in a designer, but it wasn't my number one priority. I had other priorities, and I know what my priority is. I am a competitive person. I know that about myself. And here's the deal. In order to build a first-class life, you've got to learn to love who you truly are. Yes. And there were years where I thought that was not good. People, you know, people say competition. You're so on fire. Well, the bottom line is my one of my favorite Bible verses is iron sharpens iron. And so my best makes your best better. And your best makes my best better. So I think it's powerful for me to accept who I am. I like a clean house. I don't know how to decorate. And I'm a competitive beast. That's who I am. And I don't apologize for it, which is why I love women who are unapologetically powerful and super bad all day long.
Yes, yes, yes. Hashtag super bad all day long. Put it in the comments. And we are like, because I hate cleaning as well.
Yes, yes.
So, yes, like make that money so I can pay somebody else to clean while I do something
And
I
deposit
love.
something great into their life. Because the woman who cleans for me is a friend of mine because she's become a friend of mine. And I help her a lot in her life. And so it's mutual. It's so mutual.
I love that. I love that. So you've went over your background, overcome dyslexia and the home that you grew up in. You've shared some ways that you have created your first class life. Do you have any advice or tips on for those ladies that are watching and then they're like, you know, I don't know how to get there, or maybe I am there and I'm trying to get to that next level? What would be your tips or suggestions to her listening today so that she can create her first class life?
Okay, I will definitely give you some thoughts. But first, I have to tell you, I love that everything about you is purple. You are amazing at branding yourself. Your background is purple. You guys, you must follow her. Let me just say this to everyone.
Aww.
One of the things that makes a difference is when you share somebody that makes you feel good. And I always tell people, if you care, share. And so, Lindsay, you're doing an awesome job and an awesome job branding yourself. And so when women are looking at taking themselves further, they have to think about how to brand themselves so that people can understand who they be. I know you by your purple. I know you by your smile. And I know you by your gift of encouragement. I just want you to know that. I want to tell women that they all have gifts. All of us have gifts. I have the gift of charisma. I have the gift of motivation. And I have the gift of strategy. And one day I was walking around in my driveway. Love my driveway. God just opened up my head and he said, I poured these gifts inside of you. Stop covering them up. Start using them. So I'm going to ask all the women that are listening that want to go to another level is to identify their gifts. Number one. Number two, learn to make lists because your day goes fast. Can you guys believe it? It's 2020 and we're already on the 9th. So it's important for you guys to make lists so that your day doesn't get away from you because that's important. The third thing I would tell them is to be clear about where they're going. There's no mistakes in where you're going. Maybe that's where you're going in 6 months. Maybe that's where you're going in 3 months. Maybe that's where you're going at the end of this month. And maybe that's where you're going at the end of this week. But know with clarity where you're going and understand that once you make that decision, you can change it. You can't make a mistake. Just the number one thing I learned from Harvard Business School was the power of making a decision. If it's the right decision, awesome. You're well on your way. If it's a bad decision, okay, you can fix it and redecide. But sitting on the fence of indecision is the worst place you can be. So make a decision on where you're going clearly because you cannot drive your passion, which is my suggestion number 4. You must have a passionate goal. You can't drive that passion unless you know where you're going and you know that you're in passion when you're being creative. Like this is powerful. How to live a first class life. Not driven by what you have, but driven by who you are and where you want to go. So I see your passion and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Thank you. Thank you. I truly appreciate you being here with us. You are a phenomenal woman, amazing woman. Just ever since we've met, you just always brought this light. And I truly find that admirable of you. Anytime I'm like, have you met Dr. Gloria Mayfield Banks?
Thank you so much.
I love it. And it's just like you said, we attract what we put out there. And so you have to be mindful of your environment. You have to be mindful of the people that you keep around you. If you have negative people in your life, friends, family, anybody, that negativity is going to rub off on you. And you have to work that much harder to protect your atmosphere. So that's why it's important to surround yourself with people that are going to help encourage you and support you and empower you. And in turn, you do the same for them and you help build each other up. And so I'm just honored again that you are here. How can people follow you on social media? What's your website? Do you have any products or services that you want to share with all of the viewers?
Well, you are just a blessing. You are just a blessing. Okay, so first, I always tell people I am at GloriaMayfieldBanks.com. I truly hope they find me at GloriaMayfieldBanks.com. I hope that they find me both on Instagram at Gloria Banks, and you know it's me by that blue check. Or you can find me on Facebook at Gloria Mayfield Banks page. That's my page, Gloria Mayfield Banks page. Absolutely. I have products that I know they'll fall in love with. I love it when people walk up to me and say, Gloria, I read your book. Not that I looked at your book because it's pretty. Not that I showed your book because it's a show-off piece. But that I read your book and I used your book to help me break records. One of the reasons I wrote that book was because I've broken a lot of records and I've helped a lot of other people break records as well. There's a method to the madness, and I teach that in the book. And then I have my shirts that are super bad all day long. They say it like when you walk around with that shirt, people look at you like, oh, you're obviously confident because you're wearing a shirt that says you're super bad all day long. I got a notebook that says I'm super bad all day long because I'm a note taker and people love notes and they love great paper. So we made this spiral notebook with the most phenomenal paper you could possibly dream on with grayed out quotes from me. So I'm excited about those things, Lindsay, super excited about those things. And I want to make sure that everyone that connects with me in Glow Nation connects with you as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. And that just goes to show, like, this interview was all about highlighting her, but she's still in turn trying to highlight me. That mutual energy. I love it. I love it. So we truly, truly appreciate you. Ladies or gentlemen, if you are watching right now, make sure you share this interview with all of your family and friends. Dr. Gloria dropped some amazing nuggets about how you can create your first-class life. Remember, it is not about the money. What it is about, it's the quality of life that you are creating for yourself and in turn creating for everyone that is connected to you. So thank you, thank you. Make sure you put your comments and your questions down into the comment section. Share this with all your friends. Remember, don't be stingy with what you have. So share this interview out. Yes, yes, yes. Make sure you go to GloriaMayfieldBanks.com and check out some of her awesome, super bad all day long merchandise. Order her book, Quantum Leap. Make sure you follow her on all of the social media platforms. She just gave it to you. And if you're just tuning in, hit that replay button and comment replay all day. We love you still. And make sure you share. And if you have a story to tell, which we all do, and remember, your story is somebody else's breakthrough. So you have to get out there and share it, just like Miss Gloria Mayfield Banks did with her life many, many years ago, and now the impact that she is able to make from her story. Then make sure you go to bit.ly/first-class-life, because there's an opportunity for you to share your story and make a global impact yourself. So, Dr. Gloria Mayfield.
Lindsay, we need to say one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
We need to let everyone know here what a phenomenal speaker you are.
Oh,
you're a phenomenal speaker. I'm a phenomenal speaker. I think it's really important because sometimes people are looking for people who can shift a room, and you are amazing at doing that. It's been my honor to keynote with you. And so as we do this around the world and we bring up the world to a level of capacity that they are able to handle, I want them to know how amazing you are as a speaker and how proud I have always been to share the stage with you.
Thank you. Thank you. It is my honor as well. The fact that you even said that just humbles me, and I thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So again, make sure you guys go follow her on her social media platforms, hit up her website. And if you are ready to share your first class life story, then hit that link below, and make sure you tune in tomorrow as I interview another international powerhouse. Check all my notifications to make sure you get them and find out who that is. Meanwhile, you have an awesome, super bad all day long, the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend. Have a super bad 2020. And any last words, Dr. Banks?
I would just tell them that this is the beginning of the rest of their life. And so be mindful how they think and be mindful about what they do. And to be very, very clear, I am motivated to make more money so that I can change their lifestyles and their leadership. So I'm excited about that.
Yes. And on that note, you guys have a super bad day.
See you later. Bye-bye.